All right. I think I'm ready. I hope you're ready. Let's do this in 3, 2, 1. Boop. Let's go. So, welcome to Legend of Mana. I've done a couple of Dragon Route runs on this channel, but this is Fairy Route. I don't think I've ever done that one on this channel before. It mostly follows the fairy storyline, plus any events that are needed to unlock fairy-related storyline places. This game is a very late PS1 game, and it is hecking beautiful. The backgrounds are hand-painted, the sprite work is freaking gorgeous, and the music is really good. Fairy is not quite my favorite storyline of the game. Jumi is, but I just recently, learned Jumi the other day, so... I didn't really think to submit it for this little marathon. But it is still a really good story. So I'm going to switch around a couple of my abilities and my skills so that I can learn some more useful things as we go down the line here. You always start at the home base, and we're going to pick up our first artifact out here, which is going to be the color blocks for the town of Domina. So where you actually put your artifacts makes a difference. You must have 18 artifacts down in order to complete the game. Otherwise, the mana tree will not unlock. You can see that picture in the upper left-hand corner right there. Slowly, that seed will turn into the mana tree. And you need that in order to actually get to it at the end of the game. Additionally, the further away from the home base and the more artifacts that you have down on your map will affect both how powerful enemies are in different dungeons and what kind of weapons you can buy in different towns. And we're actually going to use that a little bit later on because we're going to get a gold sword towards the end of the run. Can you do all stories in one playthrough? Yes. Yes, you can, but it's very difficult. There is actually a speedrun route for it, but I do not know that run. It's also 4 hours or something. So this is Elazul. Elazul is going to be, quote-unquote, our first partner, because he's going to join us very, very, very shortly. For a very brief amount of time. Yeah, the game itself is really easy in terms of combat and stuff. And if you die in a battle, you can just, you can literally just restart the fight, like in Mystic Quest. But yeah, the game is really obtuse about story triggers and things that you need to do in order to unlock different events. Yes, you can also do that. That is about a 7 to 8 hour category, if you're good. Alright, so this is Nick. Nick is actually going to be our partner for the first little while. We're going to tell Elazul to bugger off, because we don't really need him or want him around right now. Or at all, because he's actually quite an awful, awful partner. Nick basically wants us to go eliminate some of the bandits on the road, so we're gonna help him out with that. But first, we have to go talk to Tipo, who we're going to see a couple of times during the course of this run. Tipo is basically Mrs. Potts if she was old and senile. And Nick. Nick is just a greedy merchant. And Cockney, yes, this is true. She's not senile. Nick might be greedier than Tom Nook. I think the jury might still be out on that one, though. AF wheel is wheel AF, yes. Nick probably could sell merch of himself, honestly. Yeah, Zaku, I love this game. This is one of my all-time faves. Alright, so you're gonna be hearing some, punks in the background. So basically what I'm doing is I'm doing power cancels. The square button allows you to do a stronger attack. However, usually it takes you a lot of time to recover from said attack. So by pressing the L or the R button, I can cancel out of that attack and therefore do a second one much quicker in succession. Depending on my timing, of course, because my timing is not always good. So like that. When you see that, that means my timing was bad and I got stuck in the animation. There's also Wiggle Walks, which allows you to move a little bit faster, both in battle and in the regular overworld areas. This game also has special techniques. We're not going to be learning any of the magic spells in this game at all. So we're basically going to be completely relying on special techniques. Oh, hi, Sandra. Bye, Sandra. Yeah, the lighter weapons are a little bit easier to do cancels with. Just because if you do happen to mess it up, then it's not so bad to do recovery. So this is the first boss. We're basically going to just keep attacking him, and then he does his own special techniques. We're gonna try and counter with our own special techniques. Oh, I got Frosty. Yo, what's up, Yells? No future mode. No, none of that. What's up, Greg? Yeah, I really like this game, Isfet, a lot. A heck of a lot. That's okay, I've only been playing for 9 minutes. You didn't miss a whole lot. Cat, I gave you food. Please go away. Really? I was one hit away and you're gonna cast an SC? You stink. Get away from my experience crystals! I saw that, Nick. If you know how to craft, you can craft some ridiculously powerful stuff. But if you don't know how to craft, then it's just, again, it's also super duper obtuse. and it doesn't tell you much of anything about how to do it properly. Yeah, the game, unfortunately, like, it's not really explanatory about how to do a lot of the stuff. Oops. That's all right. He'll be angry with me. That's fine. All right, bye, Elizabeth. Yeah, the game really doesn't tell you much of anything. All right, so that's our first quest down. Now we're actually going, well, almost. We need to get a new weapon first, because this new weapon is kind of crummy. So we're gonna go down to the bottom of the cave, and we're gonna hope RNG gives us an axe really quickly. So these goblins have a pretty good chance of dropping either a black elk or an earth splitter. Either one is fine. Earth Splitter is a little bit better because it does more damage, but you move a little bit more slowly with it. I got 2 Black Elks, that's fine. Black Elk is a little bit less powerful, but you can move a little bit faster with it. No, not equip. Change my skills. This is gonna be defend. This is gonna be jump. So your new abilities come about because you change your old abilities. And your STs will also come about because you change your abilities and your weapons. You always wanted to play Legend of Mana, but you never know where to start. I mean, you just gotta do the best you can with it. Because, like I was saying, it's pretty obtuse. The game really doesn't tell you much. I mean, if you really want to unlock everything, you can always play it with a guide. So this is the other kind of cancel. This is the jump cancel. Jump cancel is nice, number one, because it's easier on my hands. And secondly, because you get to do a little bit of extra damage with the second hit. Well, I mean, technically, it's part of this. It's part of the route to change the weapon to get something stronger. So, and without actually placing towns in places, especially, it's hard to do that. Yeah, the crafting guides are a little crazy. But now we can go finish up Nick's business. So we're gonna go to the highway and we're gonna take care of the bandits and get Nick the heck out of our party. Also, those blue gems are your experience. So if the monster happens to drop items instead of gems, you basically do not get any experience. Also, fun fact, the enemy Rabbites are only white Rabbites. The only yellow Rabbites are the one on the loading screen, and the one that you get as your first monster egg. This is a speed run, honey. So there is a set route to optimize it. Hi, Deanna. Bye, Deanna. See you later. The music is so good. It is so heckin' good. This particular storyline has my favorite music in the entire game, which is Lucemia's theme. Heckin' spiny caps. Spiny caps are gigantic jerks. I just want you to know that now, chat. Alright, so we picked up a new ability, which is counterattack, which we're going to use to learn counter-strike. Also, by having the axe equipped, we learned deep slice and tornado, which is going to help us as we go along the way. I feel like I'm the one that's been giving it most of the attention, Future Synthetic. I've had it in a few runs over the last month. Alright, here's your Secret of Mana reference in Mantis Ant. He's not very strong, though. He's gonna go down pretty quick. And there you go. Nick, get away from my treasure chest. They're my delicious experience crystals, and you cannot have any. So Nick thanks us. He gives us a bunch of garbage and some more artifacts, which we need to place on our map. And we're gonna move off to the Gato Grottos. Some quality of life improvements, I agree, but I don't know that a remaster would keep the integrity of how this looks, to be honest. But quality of life improvements and a port, I'd be all over that. Yeah, I don't like the Secret of Mana remake either, Infinite Zero, but the Trials of Mana remake, oh, that came out so well. Well, that has yet to be seen, Isfet. Has yet to be seen. So this is the Gato Grottos. Before we can actually do what we need to do here in relation to the fairy storyline, we have to do this quest. And this quest is actually a lead into the Jumi storyline, which is my favorite. It's so good. But the basis of this event is that this little sproutling is in pain, and we need to help it. And it's going to be a lot of running back and forth between the outer edge of the cliffs here and the sanctuary as we try to help this poor little sproutling. Yo, what's up, Foo? Yeah, but the amount of love and care that went into this game in terms of backgrounds and sprite work, I don't know that they do the same nowadays. I really don't think they would do it justice. Nobody's gonna sit there and hand paint backgrounds. The sproutling has no soul. You've been listening to Nunuzak again, haven't you? I mean, it's kind of a remake. It's the same game, it's just completely different, and that's what a remake is. The storyline is elaborated on, but it's not different in the end. The core of the story is still there. If you don't like it, don't play it. I haven't finished the first game, but I thought it was fantastic so far. Yo, thanks, Medicate. How you doing? But yeah, like I said, some quality of life and a port of this game I would be 100% for that. But yeah, so that red dude up there is Mr. Rubens. Mr. Rubens is a Jumi Knight. So this technically opens the way for the Jumi storyline, but it also opens the way for us to do other events here in the Gato Grottos, so we're kind of stuck. Yeah, that's what chat was saying before, Ryu, and hopefully they don't mess it up. So we'll see what they do with Saga Frontier. But I am very excited. I definitely want that game. It's Inspector Annoying Mouse with steam in his head. I'm excited for the FF Legend collection being released in a couple of weeks too. Right? It's like what? Like 10 days, brain please. Like 2 weeks off? Yeah, he's a mouse. He is the not-so-great mouse detective. So the little sproutling had a popo bug. Popo bugs are technically used in this world to cure all ailments. And Mr. Rubens' girlfriend was turned to stone. So he could have used the popo bug, but he didn't want to hurt the sproutling. So this woman in disguise here, it's like, oh, you suck. You don't deserve to save your girlfriend. He does look a little bit like a bulldog, so that's fair. But he is definitely a mouse. Yeah, the FFL collection is just the Game Boy games, but still, I mean, they're fun. They're a heck of a lot of fun. Yep, the Great Jewel Thief. So in order to help, he asks us for our help to catch the Jewel Thief. No, it's not coming out with color. It's gonna be the same. I mean, maybe they'll add in a palette, but I doubt it. Yeah, they're short and sweet. They're pretty interesting. They definitely have unique mechanics, that's for sure. Alright, so we're gonna help the horrible mouse detective find Sandra. I never played the DS remake of Final Fantasy Legend 3. Yeah, I have FF Legend 2, but I don't have 1 or 3. Well, I mean, the Final Fantasy Legend games are Saga games. They're not really Final Fantasy, so... Oh yes, the Shimamura jams in this game are the best. Well, luckily for you, Escapee, it'll still be going into the wee hours of Tuesday morning. Monday night into Tuesday morning. So there is still plenty of marathon left. Oops. Back in there. The Night Village theme for Lumina? Yeah, we'll be heading to Lumina later on in the run. Because we need our dud bears. Can't have a run without dud bears. Just can't. So that's Sandra. She is a jewel thief. She kills Jumies for their gems. And she's not so good. Yup, dud bears. Like I said, no run is complete without dud bears. As long as we don't get any gack, we're good. Oh, okay. Alright, so now we're gonna have a slight side event here. And you're gonna get to meet the penguin pirates, who are pretty awesome, actually. The penguin pirates are full of puns. So the penguin pirates came here looking for stuff, and their mates started getting turned to stone. And we got our Counter-Strike skill. Counter-Strike is super duper OP. Steven Universe is kinda Jumi. It's kinda Jumi-like. Even down to the whole ideas that tears can heal broken gems. Spiny caps. Darn you. Stop it. This is why I don't like spiny caps. And this old turtle here is one of the great sages of the world. And he's like, oh, you can see the fairies, right? And you tell him, yeah, I can totally see the fairies. And then he's like, no, you can't. Don't lie to me. I'll let you see the fairies. And that's important because, well, this whole storyline is about fairies. So we kind of need to be able to see them. Thought you had me, didn't you, Spiny Cap? Didn't you? So the captain's like, this is way too risky. We need to go back to the ship. And then he gets angry at the penguins for making stupid jokes. And then the penguins are like, if you're our captain and we're pirates, you have to be mean and you have to say that you're gonna kill us. Like a real pirate. And they're still persisting. We have to help our stonified mates. And then they make another bad sea pun. And yeah. Because pirates and penguins, they're very punny. They are very punny. But this will be the only time we actually get to see the penguin pirates during the run. They're penguins. I mean, they could be pretties. Come on. Come on, you stupid ox. Hit me. Hit me, darn you. Alright, fine. So it turns out, fairies are kind of causing trouble here, and that's why a lot of the pirates have been turned to stone. So we're gonna help them out, because we're good guys like that. So unfortunately for the captain, he has been stonified as well. And now we really gotta help him out because the penguins can't go without their captain. So the turtle is talking to them about, well, you're gonna have to bring down the boss of the fairies in order to help your stonified mates. And the penguins, well, how big is this boss of the fairies? And the turtle basically tells him, stretches from all the way over there on the right-hand side to all the way over here on the left-hand side. The penguins are not happy about that. And the turtle is like, oh, let me help you. And throws the captain into the lake. And then tells us, well, now you can defeat the boss without any issues. Sure we can. So this is the Gorgoneye. The Gorgoneye can be a jerk because it can teleport. If it doesn't teleport, it's not so bad though. Oh, there it goes. Huh. Usually after it teleports, it'll cast an ST, but it didn't do that this time. It did paralyze me, though. Oh, there it goes. Now it's casting. So I will repay you in kind with my own ST. And kick your butt. Axe is more convenient in terms of getting upgrade. Whatever weapon you start with is irrelevant. You can start with basically anything except I wouldn't recommend starting with like javelins or arrows because they're awful. But you can pretty much start with whatever you want. And then the axe is gotten because it's really easy to get a hold of from monsters, and it's relatively powerful for an RNG enemy drop. And then later on, we'll be placing Lumina City in such a way that we can get the gold sword. And technically there too, you can kind of pick up whatever you want, but certain weapons are a little bit easier to wield than others in terms of speed and such, and hitboxes. So now, we're gonna go into the Minda's Ruins, and we're gonna encounter Tipo again. And the poor dear, she's just going to be so lost. Because once again, fairies are playing tricks on her. Fairies and flowerlings. But again, this is kind of another thing that has to be done in order to unlock another event later on. Because there will be a point where we do come back here later on in the fairy run. Yeah, fairies are very mischievous, so you have to be careful around them. Yep, there was an Onionite. Onionite is a very good friend of T-Po's, so he's supposed to be looking for her, but he doesn't really. And there is Secret of Mana's version of a Marlborough. So these gates have a little bit of a mechanic where you can open and close them by talking to different flowerlings. Hi, Lady Lore. So basically by talking to them and having them move, you're opening different doors, different gates in that one area that's closest to it. And poor T-Po, she's just stuck. Come on, Flowerling, get out of my way! Out of my way! Flowerling, get out of the way! Darn you! That Flowerling is a jerk. Thank you, Lady Lore. So we're gonna get some magic cast on us in the form of psychokinesis, which will allow us to get into the temple itself so that we can rescue T-Po. So we gotta switch the doors one more time. Oh good, I thought she was gonna move and get in my way again. Ow. Why are chess pieces in video games always jerks? Even back in Soul Blazer, the chess pieces in World 6 are big jerks. Alright, we have to be careful with this monkey, because the monkey will throw you across the room. They're war commanders. So we finally find T-Po. She doesn't know what the heck is going on. But she remembers us and leaves us here to fight the fierce vampire. Yeah, I can't stand NPC block myself, Falco. It's very annoying. Sometimes you can juke around them a little bit, but it's hard in this area. So having the black elk here is actually really, really nice because the faster that you can attack her, the less she moves around. And believe me, she can move around a lot. Also, using jump cancels on monsters that can move around very quickly is a very bad idea. Like, you can use it to kind of get them in a corner so they move around a little bit less, But in general, power cancels are better on enemies like that fly around or move around a lot. But Tipo is saved. The Onion Knight's like, oh yeah, hey, we'll go rest and then we'll go off on another adventure. Nope. Big nope. Big heckin' nope. But now, it's time to hunt a Ducate. Or a Ducate, however you want to pronounce it. If you have played through the Jumi storyline, you'll recognize Mr. Peabody. And basically these two clods who wrecked some stuff. And we're gonna help him find the Ducate. Yo, what's up, Bonnie? Thank you for the good luck. But this jungle is important because this jungle is actually going to help us find some fairies. This is being played on a PS2 Slim. Tipo needs new friends? Yes, she does. So this jungle is extremely mazy and confusing. I will do my best not to get super duper lost. And in fact, we're gonna meet Selkie in a minute, and Selkie is gonna help us so that we don't get super duper lost. Alright, cockatrice. Don't get excited there. Spiny cat, please. Get out of here. Yeah, this is a really good track. One of my favorite tracks is not, unfortunately, going to play in this run. But that's alright. So Selkie casts a spell on us so that we don't end up going around in circles. And then we're gonna find these two clods, and eventually, after finding them enough times, they'll agree to let us help them find the Ducate and hunt it. They're both kind of stupid, though. Both Skippy and, oh, I forget the other dude's name. Skippy, hey, come back here. Skippy! Thank you. So back here is another one of the seven sages. And he asks us to go hunt the Ducate anyway, because it's been causing troubles. We're also gonna go over here, which is the beginning of Fairies territory, because, well, again, this is the fairy storyline, and we need to unlock some fairy-related stuff. But the fairies warp us back to the beginning, and it's fine. No, definitely not Wile E. Coyote. Come here, Skippy. So after enough times of talking to him, he's like, oh yeah, let's work together. Totally gonna work together. Absolutely. Work together with you too. And then he goes off on the wrong direction. Although Skippy seems a little more like the Roadrunner than Wile E. Coyote. Wile E. Coyote. Alright, Mr. Tomato Man did not eat my head. This is good. It's always good when the Tomato Man doesn't eat my face. Now, can we get this one to not eat my face? We can, huzzah. So the Ducati is a really, really easy fight coming up here soon in like one screen. It's basically gonna hang from the treetops all day long. And we're just gonna power cancel it and jump cancel it as soon as the spiny caps stop being jerks. Have it. Can we counter-strike? Thank you. So counter-strike is kind of nice. You put up your weapon to block, and as long as the enemy attacks you during that time period, you do a counter-strike that is double the damage that you usually do. At least double the damage. Hello, where is my hitbox? And there you go. Ducati is down. And now that all of these little side quests are out of the way, we're actually going to be able to start some fairy-related storylines. So, Mr. Sotheby thanks us for our cooperation. He's going to give us 500 lucre, and that's about it. He gives us an artifact too, but we're just going to use it for the sake of putting it down on the map and having our 18 artifacts. But now we're going to come back in here, and we're actually going to go into the fairies' territory this time. So this little flowerling teleports us deeper into the jungle, where we're gonna find Selkie again. And Selkie is gonna help us so that we don't get horribly lost. Zombie! Zombie, please! Okay. Hi, Selkie. Alright, this is kind of a dangerous screen because these zombies can be butts and not let you by, but we got around them, which is good. Like I said though, any battle that you lose, you can automatically just restart the fight. It's fantastic. I love games with that mechanic because it means you don't have to worry about safety saves, especially in an RPG. So we're gonna go back up here to where we saw the Great Sage, and the Great Sage, well, he's not gonna help us this time, but Silky is. So she says, I will take this spell off of you, and you can go investigate the fairies. But when we get into fairy territory, we find them gather around this weird nun, another one of Gato Grotto's NPCs. And they're talking about someone named Lord Irwin, who is supposedly their master, and talking about his queen as well. And they're talking about short human lifespans and how awful humans are. And then you get this dude who comes and pwns all the fairies. And he's a jerk, so we're not going to talk to him. Selkie asked us to figure out what was going on with the fairies, so we're gonna ignore that guy over there, and we're gonna continue our way through the forest. Come on, hit me. Hit me! Thank you. He is a super big jerk, which you'll see as we go on through the storyline. I love this. This is a good boss theme. This run is a lot shorter than either of those things. Especially Hundo, because Hundo is like 7 or 8 hours. Alright, can the confusion go away, please? Please? Thank you. And all stories, I want to say, is like 4.5 hours? Maybe? I might be wrong about that one. But yeah, so it's that jerk that was causing all the trouble with the fairies. We got rid of him. And they try to ask the sage what they should do, but, well, the sage is falling asleep. He's not going to help anybody anymore. All stories literally is just going through all 3 of the main storylines, Dragon, Fairy, and Jumi. All events is literally every single event and quest that you could possibly do. So that includes like all of the pirate, penguin shenanigans and all of the side stuff that has nothing to do with either of those storylines. It also includes all the crafting and the monster raising and magic and all that kind of stuff. So there is a rather large difference. They all honestly, they all require very specific map setups. You have a little bit more freedom with the individual storylines, but there are still restrictions about where artifacts and stuff get placed. Especially because you do have to be careful. There are some artifacts that can only go in specific places, like the beaches and the water towns and the desert. So, getting into more fairyline storyline stuff, this is Matilda. And even though she looks like a wrinkled old granny, she is really pretty similar in age to Esgad, who is the paladin there on the left-hand side. And Matilda is the abbess of this particular sanctuary. And she plays a very big part in this particular storyline. She has fallen in love with Erwin, who is basically the fairies' leader. And Esgad, who is both jealous because, he also cares for Matilda, but also a paladin, so anything that's a demon is automatically evil. And we find out that Matilda is being kidnapped as part of Lord Erwin's plans. Dun dun dun! Why the heck are you relating everything back to Inuyasha? Everything is not Inuyasha, darn it. So we're gonna go after Matilda. We're gonna ask for Deanna's help, because Deanna is a faster route to get to the end of this little dungeon area. And it was a trap. But luckily, the nuns come and take Matilda back to safety. Remind you of Dragon Ball. Darn it. No Dragon Ball. So this is the Spriggan fight. Spriggan, there are a lot of jerk bosses in this run. Spriggan is another one, because Spriggan can teleport and it flies around fairly often. Unless you get lucky. Alright, what are you casting? Alright, that's fine. Come on, Deanna. Keep pulling your weight, honey. Did you just regurgitate out a little monster? Get out of here. Oh, darn you. You're not supposed to teleport out of the way. That's not how that works. Hey, get over here. Thank you. Aha! I have foiled their evil plans. So Matilda tells Escad, the paladin, she basically wanted to be free. She didn't want to have to be an abbess. And it's one of the reasons that she originally went with Erwin 10 years ago to begin with. Escad, of course, has nothing but vengeance on his mind and goes off to find Erwin himself. We're gonna go back inside. Because we got some more things to talk to Matilda about. Because there are definitely some shenanigans going on here, and we need to figure out what the heck is going on. So, Matilda tells us that Deanna has gone off, probably in search of Erwin, and she asks us to go find her. We're gonna make a little bit of a side step first, and we're gonna take care of Nicolo's Business Unusual Part 2. And we're gonna help him collect some green ball buns. Nick is still gonna be a jerk, though. Luckily, he's only going to be with us for a few minutes. So he's going to go about collecting his green ball buns. I'm going to do a screen transition to start the timer. And we're just gonna wait by that little log between the left side and the right side for a fairy to appear. Spherical animal. So fairy just asks us what we're doing here. And then Nick is like, "You're in my way. What the heck are you doing? You're not talking to any fairies. There's no fairies there." And then he gives us another artifact, which we actually kind of need. But now that we have that out of the way, we're going to go find Deanna. Deanna has gone over to the lake to find Erwin. Tasty, tasty green ball buns. Alright, I didn't get shriekered. That's good. I don't like it when I get shriekered. You wish there was more Little Cactus in this run? I mean, Little Cactus really only has 2 main events anyway. So, I mean, you'll see him towards the end of the game. I know, it's Little Cactus, and he's really cute. But still. Then you have to change your original things, because Koga doesn't like Kikyo. Koga likes Kagome. Get your Inuyasha lore right, darn it. I didn't want to talk to you. Get out of here. Fairy juke me. Robin Hood. Please. Please. Thank you. Needs more Gilbert and Kathinja. I mean, we will see Gilbert, but we're not going to see Kathinja in this storyline. If I was running Jumi, you'd see Kathinja for like 5 seconds. So we're going to come up here, we're going to talk to Yertle the Turtle for 5 seconds. He's like, what differs between us and the fairies? And you tell him the worlds that we live in. He's like, well, if we go to the world of fairies, do we become fairies? I wonder. Ah, there's Deanna. So she asks if we talk to the turtle. We say yes. And she says, okay, well, I'm gonna go find Escat and Erwin. And then she skips merrily along her way. Yeah, Gilbert might be Moroku. That might be true. He has about as much luck with women, TBH. So there's Erwin. These 4 people have all known each other since they were kids. Well, I mean, I guess kind of kids. Maybe late? Tweens? I don't know. But they've known each other for about 10 years. And Deanna just wants to talk to Erwin about Matilda, but, well, Erwin doesn't really want to hear it. Alright, come on, Ox. Ox. Darn you, Ox. And then we finally come to the end of this, where Deanna is going to go into the fairy world to actually speak to Erwin, which is what she wanted to do to begin with, and then he can't ignore her. And we're about to face the most beautiful rainbow doggo you have ever seen, chat. This is the Boreal Hound. And it can be a big jerk. It is really pretty. I really like the Boreal Hound's design. Alright, Rainbow Doggo was much less of a jerk to us this run. Thank goodness. So we tell Matilda that Deanna has gone to the land of the fairies to speak to Erwin. She thanks us. And we go on our merry way. However, we get to see Selva, who is also one of those 7 wisdoms, one of the sages. And Selva basically goes through this whole shtick of telling Matilda that she is going to become one of the 7 wisdoms upon her death. And that all of these people who are in the 3 storylines, Escad, Deanna, her, Sierra, Lark, Pearl, and Elizul all have important roles to play in this change of era, in this end of era times. Just to let you know, Mr. Jackpots, while that is a fantastic idea, this game is not on the collection. Just so you know. Now we're gonna take another side detour. And we're gonna go mining. This game is on the PSN network, though, if chat is interested in playing it. Because it is a little bit pricey to buy a disc copy. Yeah, it is very different from the rest of the series. You know, there's a couple of things, obviously, that are the same. You get the mana spirits and the mana tree and things like that. But yeah, it's pretty heckin' different. This is Pokiel, the storyteller. He's also one of the 7 wisdoms. And as we come here looking for the great Watts, he tells us, well, Watts isn't here. He's down further in the mines. So we gotta go find him. Because we need that little dude. But at least, unlike Super Mario Bros. 2, this game wasn't intended to be a completely different game. Oops. Hello? Can I hit the mole bear, please? Thank you. Oh, okay. That's fair. But yeah, the collection is fantastic. Definitely you should play it if you haven't already. Yeah, just don't play Dawn of Mana. That game is terrible. It's pretty, but the mechanics are just really, really bad. And it's unfortunate. Hey, flee! Get out of here! Hey! And the whole, like, having to restart grinding and experience and everything every time you switch worlds. Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much. It's such a bad mechanic. But yeah, this game is good even if it is dissimilar from the other parts of the Mana series. It's so pretty. I hate it. I can't stand it, Sir Nico. It's such a bad mechanic. I don't care about gaining XP faster. I don't like having to start from scratch every single time. But anyway, look, here's Watts. However, we're gonna have to fight this very strange version of Tropicalo. Because it's in our way. Let me get away from the red one, because it's gonna cast magic, and it's gonna do a lot of damage. Alright. The good thing is, every time the redhead casts magic, it self-destructs. Exactly, Sir Nico. Exactly. Nope, 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 nope. Heck. I got stuck in my own animation. Yeah, that is a thing with Saga Frontier too. My problem with Saga Frontier is that arbitrary plot triggers. It's one of the things that drove me nuts with this game, playing it casually. Being able to actually know where the heck I'm going and what I'm supposed to do for the sake of the speedrun makes things a lot nicer. Yeah, the actual Tropicalo in this game is definitely super duper vicious. It's true, right, True Knight? But this is kind of, sort of Tropicalo-ish, like... But we're going to follow Watts out, and you're going to be treated to the great tales of the Watts, care of Pokio. Ahem. Now then, let me tell you the stories of Watts' heroic exploits. Oh, Watts, a small body under a great helm he strikes with his hammer, and his great helm. Watts, our Watts, your soul, your great helm. Watts, Watts, our Watts. You haven't really done that much. The end. No story to tell. But the real reason we had to go through all of that is because we have to come back in here and we have to get Pokiel to start telling us the legend of Escad. Oh yeah, no. Arbitrary plot triggers are absolutely the worst things in RPGs. Absolutely agreed, Weapon. But here is Tiny Escat, who is already looking for Erwin, because he's upset that Erwin has taken Matilda and tried to corrupt her. He's a demon, you know, how could you fall for his trickery? And there is technically more to that story if you go off and follow Escad, and it talks about you know, what Matilda actually did in terms of giving her magic over to Erwin so that she could possibly be free and not have to be an abbess. But unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. And she still got stuck being an abbess. And when we entered the map, if you notice, Deanna was actually walking towards the sanctuary here, so which means that she is back from the land of the fairies. She has gone to talk to Erwin, and now she's coming back to talk to Matilda. Also, I love the music in the sanctuary here. Deanna is gonna take Matilda to the Mindus ruins so that she can go and speak to Erwin. And Deanna tells him, you need to speak to Erwin, because he has to tell you some stuff. Of course, Escad, being super jelly and being uber-duper paladin guy, is telling her that no, it's not going to happen. You're not going to take her to Erwin. But Matilda has the last laugh, and she teleports us all to the Mindus ruins anyway. As we watch Erwin ever so subtly try to sneak by Matilda. It doesn't work very well. But yeah, they have this weird conversation about Erwin's like, oh, you haven't changed at all. And she's like, don't be stupid. I've turned into a wrinkly old granny in 10 years. And now we must go to them. Hey, that was good. I didn't get tossed by the monkey at all today. Did I miss one? What the heck? Alright, that means, though, we have to deal with the flowerlings and the gates again. At least a little bit. We are going to take a shortcut, though. Courtesy of Nick. And he teleports us right to the temple, which is very, very helpful. It's probably the most helpful Nick is ever on the entire run. And we find Escad and Deanna ready to fight each other. We are going to side with Escad, which I really, really hate to do. But it is faster to side with Escad because Deanna has a lot of dialogue. So by now, Erwin is gone. And Matilda's just kind of reminiscing, oh, it was so nice to see him again, haha. And when she asks where Diana is, well, Escad tells her it would be a miracle if she was still alive. But Matilda is not angry with us as long as we are free to do as we want to do. Matilda is very about freedom. She mentions this whole story of this big ancient serpent called Leucemia who tried to destroy the world. And that's going to come into play in just a few minutes here. So we're gonna go talk to Matilda one last time, and we're gonna find out about the legend of Leucemia, the giant serpent. Because essentially what's happening is that Erwin wants to revive the dead serpent to destroy the world. Not being free to destroy the world is worse than actually destroying the world. I don't know about that. Leucemia descended to Earth and swallowed 7 cities, and then it burned itself to death, swallowing a volcano. The shell still exists hundreds of years after its death. Erwin is going to revive it and bring chaos to the world once again. Cat, please stop. Go away. By leaving Escad alive, Escad basically decides that he is going to go take on Erwin and destroy him before he can revive the Sneck. She's not crazy. She's frustrated. She really didn't want to be an abbess, and it was her destiny. She had to do it. And she tried everything she really possibly could think of to get out of it. Short of death, essentially. But we are going to go on a couple of little side quests here, because we need some more artifacts for our map. Remember what I said, we need 18 artifacts before we can beat the game. So we're gonna do a couple of side stories, including creepy dolls and dud bears, to get the rest of the artifacts that we need. It's kind of like that, Escapee. It's kind of like that. But now it's time for creepy dolls. This is 100% a side event. Basically, this is a junkyard full of discarded toys that are somehow alive because of this little spirit here. So we gotta kill his revived machinations. Did I? What? Didn't I go the south route? Am I out of my mind or what? I'm very confused. Did I take a wrong turn without realizing it? I might have. Hello? Thank you. Alright, let's go back. Okay, I was supposed to go north. It's north, south, north. That's what it is. Alright, we're good. We're fine. This is totally fine. Little devils. Alright. We are back on track. Let's go. This level is such garbage. Wow, Fu. Wow. Alright, let's kill us some living toys, shall we? Let's see if we can actually get them all at once, because Tornado AoE is not very good. No, we missed one. Oh, no, we didn't. I thought we missed the top one there. Oh, we missed you. Okay. That was weird. Whatever. Again, this is entirely to get more artifacts to put down on our map. And we find Orko from He-Man. Look, it's Orko. Alright, now we're gonna put a whole bunch of artifacts down. You remember the Island of Mystic Toys being more peaceful? I mean, it's supposed to be. I hate that tower. Sandrose. So this desert can only be placed a certain amount of tiles away from any water space. Very specific. I hate Geo too. Geo and its specific day triggers. I think that's the worst thing about Jumi Percent is dealing with Geo and having to do things on specific days. That anchor too for Kolpata Harbor has to be right next to the water. So that's also a very specific location type. I am kind of sad we don't get to go into the beach here, because the beach really has one of my favorite tracks of the game. But the most important and what we really need is Lumina. Because it's time for Dudbears, chat. Gilbert and Dudbears. The tower is a pain in the butt because it's really easy to get lost in the tower. The map system is very neat, but again, you know, it's arbitrary stuff that the game doesn't really tell you how placing things on the map really affects anything else. If the game actually told you stuff, it would be really nice. But yeah, hi, this is Monique, the lamp seller, and Gilbert, the jerk of a centaur. Gilbert is in love with Monique, or at least he thinks he is. It does and it doesn't. It's not quite the same. So Gilbert's like, hey, you know, go sell these lamps for Monique because we cannot leave her in distress. We must help my love. So we have to sell the lamps to these Dudbears. But in order to do that, we have to learn to speak Dudbear. So this very strange bartender that looks like a puzzle piece is going to teach us how. We're also going to make a very short side trip on the bottom level to go pick up a gold sword for the rest of the run. Which is great, because it means that I don't have to grind for a weapon like I do in the dragon storyline. Yeah, but like, some events can only be unlocked based upon mana levels and time and other events that have occurred, and it's a big pain in the butt, and the game doesn't tell you any of it. So it's really easy to miss stuff if you're playing it casually and you don't know what's going on. I'm gonna buy 2 of these, and I'm gonna use up some of the money, because then Gilbert will talk less. The less I have to listen to Gilbert talk, the better it is. And we're gonna equip new special techniques because we have a different weapon. Ew, don't call me Jersey. I am from New York. And this is the most skeptical bear of them all. So all 3 lamps are sold. He's going to go and brag to Monique that all the lamps were sold. He's like, oh, you know, you don't have to stay as a lamp maker. You know, you can be fantastic and do great things. Why don't we come outside and talk about our love? Most people stumble on the dragon storyline because it is the one that actually tells you where you have to go next. And that's it. There's no hunting for weird plot triggers or having to do one quest before you unlock another one. Dragon storyline is just boom, boom, boom. Go to this place, do that. Go to the next place and do that. Here's the next artifact, go there and do that. So most people will stumble on that storyline as their first playthrough. Because you do have to beat at least one of the 3 storylines in order to complete the game. If you did Fairy, you put a lot of work and effort in. Congratulations. But yeah, so that whole conversation with Gilbert and Monique was basically Monique saying that she wants to stay here and sell lamps, and she loves it. And Gilbert's like, oh, well, your dreams suck. I'm gonna leave now. I don't really love you like I thought I did. And then Monique has my favorite line of the game. He wants lamps bigger than the ones that I have. But size shouldn't matter. But it turns out that the dead bears really liked her lamps. And they're really happy that she's gonna stay and sell more lamps. And she gives us the last artifact that we need. Which route involves penguin pirates? This is the only storyline route that touches on the penguin pirates at all. Well, that's not true. You get the penguin pirates and the walrus captain in this storyline, and then in Dragon, in Jumi, you get the Medora Beach one with the couple. With David and, heck, I forget what her name is, but basically the one that says that she has an egg. But yeah, aside from just, like, one little boop here, they're penguin pirates, they exist, you don't really get to do much with them in any of the storyline routes. But this is my favorite dungeon music. I love this. I love the theme that plays here in Lucemia. So this is Lucemia the snake. The big bird flies us here because it's up high in the sky. So let's go. How do I get back down? The same way I got up. The bird has to come get me. There are actually points in this dungeon where Silva does appear and he's like, oh, you know, can you handle this? Do you want to keep going? And if you back out, the bird will actually fly you back to the Gato Grottos. Yeah, this game is fantastic. It's beautiful, it's got great music, it's got great sprite work, and you're a big jerk. I love this game, and nothing you can say is gonna change that. Helpful bird seems sus. I mean... Yes. Yes, it does. Oops! My finger slipped. Anyway. Yeah, this game is so great. I love it. Speedrunning is the art of moving as efficiently from jerkbird to jerkbird as possible. I mean, you're not wrong, Sir Nico. Alright, so this is gonna be the first time Selva's like, hey, Erwin's just messing with you. Can you handle it? Don't say that you can't take it, because you will fly out and you will have to restart the whole dungeon. Don't you dare say no. Because I've done that by accident, and it sucks. The good thing is that saying that you can take it is the first choice. So, you're good. Well, you know what? That's on them then, Spaz. I mean, you can still come back and do it again. It's annoying, that's all. Well, then go do it. I dare you. I dare you to go do it, Spaz. Spaz might. They might. Alright, we're gonna skip that exit and go on to the next one. Got you to replay it? Sweet. Good choice, Lady Lore. There we go. I was like, why am I all turned around and backwards? What the heck? Hey, get out of here. I need my delicious experience crystals. Alright, so Selva comes the second time, is like, hey, Erwin's just messing with you. Can you handle it? Yes, yes I can. Get out of my way. I wonder how big of a jerk Erwin is gonna be. Sometimes Erwin plays nice, and sometimes Erwin is a super duper big jerk. Alright, into the beast one last time. Hello? Thank you. Counter-Strike has a really weird hitbox sometimes. But this is the end of this neck. We're gonna come up on Erwin and Escad in the next screen. Escad has gotten his butt handed to him. And then he dies. And now it's up to us to be the hero. And this is Erwin's fight theme. It is really good. Erwin also has a weird hitbox. Alright, he's STing. I gotta get out of here. So, Erwin will usually double ST. Which, yep, there he goes. I'm gonna hide in my safety corner. So yeah, he usually will cast one random ST and then this one. And there are two corners that are relatively safe, like about 95% safe. That was not one of the 5% that was safe. So basically this fight comes down to how many STs Erwin decides he's going to cast. And there we go. That is the end of Erwin. So, this is the end of the fairy storyline, but it is not the end of the game. Go do it! It's such a good game, Kate! It's such a good game. I finally learned Jumi percent like about 2 weeks ago. I'm very happy because, man, that storyline is so good. Jumi storyline is the best storyline. See, there's the big bird. It's not a jerk at all, it saved us. Hi, Rena, you're back. Oh, well then you should definitely go back and play it, Kate. Still sus. So, we come back to the Gato Grottos to find out that Matilda has passed away. And now, well, now she can be one of the 7 wisdoms. And so you get to see this, basically this, like, I want to say it's like a 3-minute long cutscene for the end of the fairy storyline, which tells you what happens to Erwin and Matilda, essentially. But they basically, of course, well, Erwin ends up in the underworld. Duh, he's dead. That's Oban. Oban is also one of the 7 wisdoms. We don't really encounter him in this storyline. He is more in the dragon storyline. And knowing that Erwin is dead, Matilda comes down here so that she can talk to him. And I love the candy stripe shadows. They're great. Yeah, basically, Electron. Basically. And that's how she looked before she had her magic drained. She's actually very cute. And it's really funny here that the shadows are trying to bring Erwin to heal. He's still a demon, even if he's dead. But yeah, so she tells him how she's become one of the 7 wisdoms, and, well, he doesn't care. He's like, I'm a demon. All I want to do is destroy. And she's trying to, like, be like, oh, you know, you helped me be the person I wanted to be. And Erwin still kind of cares about her. He still kind of loves her. But he just wants to be free of her. He doesn't want to think about her anymore. He doesn't want to be with her. He's just like, you need to go away. You need to leave me alone. But Erwin basically telling her to sod off is kind of sad. I feel a little bit bad for Matilda, to be honest. But even though the fairy storyline has completed itself, we still have some more stuff we gotta take care of. So we're gonna do a little bit of speedrun shenanigans and progress time a little bit by going into the home base, leaving and coming back. And when we come back, we're gonna find little cactus and a few sproutlings surrounding a sproutling that has passed away. And you basically find out that all plants, whether they're sproutlings or little cactus, the flowerlings, all of the plant life is connected to the mana tree. They're all part of the big mana tree. And little cactus is very excited by this. And he's so cute. We get the start of this side quest that we're not gonna do. You do it in Jumi, but you don't do it here. And then we're gonna go follow the Sproutling leaves, because suddenly, the Sproutling that was here, it's not here anymore. So we gotta follow those leaves and we gotta find it. And we find out that Nunazak, the thing that... Ow, cat! Ow! Cat really wanted to be on the chair. Ow. Anyway, Nunazak, the mosaic-looking thing, has kidnapped the Sproutling, because the mana tree just causes pain and suffering. And we ignore Pokiel, because we don't need to go in there and listen to the conversation. We're just gonna skip right past it. No, don't be nice to me after you clawed my legs. But we gotta get it back. We gotta get the Sproutling back. Spiny Cap, I do not like you. I fed her when I switched over my games. She doesn't want food, she wants attention. Ow, cat, that is my leg! Please stop. AoE on the sword is much nicer than the AoE on the Black Elk. Although, if you manage to get the Earth Splitter as your axe instead of the Black Elk, it does also have a really nice AoE attack with Saw Blades. Alright, we found the Sproutling. Now we can save it. We also are gonna get the Mana Sword. It is time. So, if you notice, Leucemia is right above our home base. And we're gonna place the Mana Tree right next to our home base. So proximity of where you put dungeons affects how difficult the enemies are and how much HP they have and how much XP they give and things like that. So to make the final dungeons a little bit easier, because they do have a baseline, we put them as close to the home base as possible. It does not, unfortunately, change how much HP the Mana Goddess has, but it helps with our climb up the mana tree. And this is the last dungeon of the game. So enjoy the beautiful background and the heckin' fantastic track as I climb up the tree. Because it's really good. Alright, we're gonna ignore Pokiel We do not need to speak to him. We don't need to know about the mana tree. We just want to climb it and go to the top. Excuse me. We're gonna ignore that Marlboro as well. We're just gonna sneak right past him. See, there's your jerk birds. Not all of the birds in this game are nice. This bird's a big jerk. Heck. I'm not in a very good spot there. Hello? Hitbox? What the heck? Thank you. That was a weird hitbox. And there is your black chocobo, chat. This game has chocobos. You can raise them too, actually. Alright, we're coming to the top of the tree, through the sanctuary, and then we have to contend with the Mana Goddess. Ow! Don't do that, that's not cool. We already went through this. I'm tired of your stupid hitbox. Darn you. Alright, one more Tomato Man to get through. Please do not eat my head. Sweet, Tomato Man didn't eat my head all game. That is a big PogChamp. And now it's time for the Mana Goddess. Will she kick my butt? Maybe. we're basically just gonna keep counter-striking her, and try to counter her STs where I can. Alright, there is one ST. Very nice. And that's time. Since we are a little bit ahead, maybe chat would like to hear the end song because it's pretty epic. It is a pretty heckin' fantastic song, since we are a little bit ahead. I think we can get away with the song. But yeah, the song is, oh, it's so good. Thank you for the GG's, chat. Yeah, she was really nice to me this time. I also didn't have Guri getting in my way, so that helps. Yeah, the Grape Lady is a little weird, and I think there's only like one fortune in the entire game that's actually accurate. Pretty sure, anyway. Yeah, I guess it kind of is, isn't it, Tiro? Alright, I'm gonna mute myself. Enjoy the song, chat.